What's up guys? Today's video is on the best drones for every budget in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers, so whether it's price performance or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. At number 8. Propel Star Wars 10-Wing Starfighter, Best Star Wars Drone. Propel's X-Wing fighter drone is great for Star Wars fans. There are actually a few drones in this line, the X-Wing, and the TIE X1, $75. The best part is that all of them have a battle mode, so you can fly against friends and try to shoot them down. Get hit 3 times with the IR beam and your drone will auto-land. Unfortunately, these have a learning curve when it comes to flying. A little tap of the control stick goes a long way, and mine had a habit of flying off at an angle immediately on takeoff. Holding a position is also a lost cause, but once you master the sensitive controls, these are fun to fly and fight. The prices of these fluctuate a lot, particularly on Amazon where the price swings around by $100 or more. Don't pay more than $60 for the X-Wing. At number 7. Hanvon GoGo Bird, Best Fake Bird Drone. I confess, I first thought the GoGo Bird would be terrible. It looks like a cheap plastic kite with a tiny motor. It is a flapping kite with a tiny motor, but it's also pretty great. It's possibly the most fun you're going to have with a $60 drone. It can be tricky to fly at first, the controller is small and one-handed. It's perfectly functional, and Autel's app will be familiar to anyone who has used a DJI drone. At number 4. DJI Mavic 3, Best Luxury Drone. DJI's Mavic 3, 8/10, Wired recommends, is in a class of its own. It's the best drone you can buy right now. The image and video quality are amazing, thanks to the new 20 megapixel 4/3 sensor, and the ability to travel and track objects at 45 miles per hour means you're not going to miss a shot. The omnidirectional obstacle avoidance keeps the drone out of the trees, and it has a 45-minute flying time. It's expensive, but in this case you get what you pay for. If that's not enough, there's also a Cine model, $4,999, which adds support for ProRes video and a 1TB drive to store it on. At number 3. DJI Mini 2, Best Budget Drone. The Mavic Air 2S has great collision avoidance tech, but it's pricey. Even the new Mini 3 Pro is $750. For a more affordable option, DJI's Mini 2, 8/10, Wired recommends, is the way to go. It flies nearly as well as its larger siblings, though wind gusts that wouldn't faze bigger drones like the Mavic 2 Pro will ground the Mini. The lack of collision avoidance sensors makes it a better choice for more experienced flyers. Despite those caveats, the Mini 2 is still a great entry-level drone. It's fun to fly, shoots 4K video, and packs up smaller than many smartphones. That last bit is key, because the best drone is the one you actually bring with you. At a mere 249 grams, it's easy to take the Mini 2 everywhere, and you don't need to register it with the Federal Aviation Administration. At number 2. DJI Mini 3 Pro, Best Ultralight Drone. DJI's original Mavic Mini was a tiny, underpowered thing with a small sensor and very basic features. This third iteration, which gains the word Pro in the name, is anything but basic. The Mini 3 Pro uses a 1.3 sensor that's capable of 4K 60p video and 12.1 megapixel RAW images. There's also a 48 megapixel option, though you lose some camera features in this mode. On the front of the drone there's a new faster f1.7 lens. The Mini 3 Pro also packs in 3-direction obstacle avoidance and a gimbal that shoots vertically, and it still manages to weigh in at less than 250 grams. That number is important, because in most jurisdictions, a drone under 250 grams doesn't need to be registered. Be sure to see to check your local laws. The Mini 3 Pro is a joy to fly, and it can stay in the air for an amazing 45 minutes on a single charge using the extended battery. I got around 32 minutes with the standard battery. It flies very well and is surprisingly good at maneuvering in the wind. The only downside to the Mini 3 is that the price has jumped up from the Mini 2. I think the higher price is justified given the new features, but I've left the Mini 2 below as a budget pick since, at least for now, DJI is still selling it. At number 1. DJI Air 2S, best for most people. DJI's new Air 2S, 9/10, Wired recommends, is our top pick. It strikes the best balance between size, weight, image quality, intelligent features, and price. Its camera isn't quite as nice as the Mavic 2 Pro's, see below, which has a variable aperture for more flexible shooting in sunny conditions, but adding neutral density filters to the Air 2S can help make up for the lack of aperture control. The Air 2S is light enough, 1.3 pounds, to bring on a hike yet powerful enough to fly even in light winds, and it can stay airborne for half an hour. It features an improved collision avoidance system that should keep you out of trouble even when around trees. And the new 1-inch 20 megapixel sensor captures the beauty of the scene in stunning 5K video footage or 20 megapixel still photos. Thanks for watching. For more details, follow the links given below in the description section, and if you are new here please subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon.